So I started playing hockey when I was 12 years old. I was a little bit older than you. Just when I went to my PE lessons in school, it was just one of the sports on offer. And I just took to it immediately. I'd swam before that and I'd done gymnastics, but they were kind of individual sports, and I just loved being part of a team. I loved that camaraderie that you shared with girls who you maybe wouldn't even be friends with or look at in a normal school day, and it was just that being part of something, all going towards that win together.
Hockey was one of those ones where it was the team aspect of it that I really loved, and it had so many different facets to it. I really liked the skill element, but also like the whole kind of team game situation. But I joined the club when I was 7, and it was actually a men's club, so I was kind of the only girl. Well, I was the only girl, but now they've got 5 women's teams, so it was kind of nice to look back and think that I was part of starting that.
My local National League club was an hour and 45 minutes away, so my dad would have to drive myself and my sister twice a week over there, sit in the car, wait for us and then come back. And so around that we had to fit all of our schoolwork in and study and homework and everything else. And you manage, and everybody manages, and I think it was just about being organised with my time, probably saying no to a lot of stuff that I really wanted to do. But we often talk about, in the GB team, we talked about making good choices and not necessarily sacrifices. And it was just about, okay, I want to do this, therefore I'll have to do that.
I think for me, I remember I used to have quite good relationships and conversations with my teachers, and actually that was something that I learned to do. It didn't necessarily come naturally, and it was quite a good learning process for me, that actually relationships are really important, and if you communicate well and tell your teachers that I've got this coming up and I've got that deadline, can we maybe get an extension early rather than just going up and saying, oh, I can't do it. It was about learning to communicate with them. I remember having a conversation with my English teacher about, I was near the Olympic squad for 2000, and she said to me, oh, if you had a choice between doing your A-levels and going to the Olympics, what would you do? And I was like, well, I'd go to the Olympics, because I kind of saw study as something that you could do at any point. So sport was really the thing that I just loved doing. 2014 was a particularly difficult year for the squad as a whole. We went to the World Cup with high expectations. We'd got the bronze medal in London as the GB team, and we got the bronze medal at the last World Cup. So there was an expectation for us to be on that podium, and we weren't. We had the worst tournament and finished 11th, so playing off for last place. And what it kind of came down to, how we changed it around, was we decided as a group, right, what do we actually want to be? Who do we want to be? What do we want to be inside, but also to the outside? And we had some very honest, open discussions. We got everything out on the table, which was necessary at that point. And we came up with a brand new vision, something that was going to inspire us to move forward towards Rio. And that was be the difference, create history, inspire the future. And underneath that we had our values, which we felt were going to get the best out of us every single day to try and win gold in Rio. And those values were, we are winners, be alive, and we are one team.
Culture is the key. When we've had really good, strong vision and we're collectively moving in the same direction, I think you'll see that everybody is functioning on a really good level and getting the best out of themselves first and foremost, but for the good of the team. And I think it's that selfless nature and that selfless behaviour we see time and time again from our teammates towards that vision. I think it's just such a special thing to be a part of. To finally stand on that podium, when I close my eyes and I think about it, I still get emotional, because standing there and looking down at that medal hanging around your neck, it felt like every moment that we'd been through to get to that point, all of the highs and the lows, were represented in that medal.
We questioned, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we putting ourselves through that? Will we ever make it? So many of those years, Olympic gold, winning an Olympic gold medal was like a distant dream, a fantasy. but we got closer and closer and closer, and to finally achieve it was just incredible.